It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 10 of The Walking Dead. In this video, I will try to explain Beta's past as best I can, and to give you a tease at what I'll try to get to by the end of this video. The writers are using and will continue to use reverse psychology to make us feel bad for Beta, as far as Beta before he turned into the Beta we know, and the writers will eventually drop the bomb on us that Beta was not an innocent guy before the apocalypse, and that he was a psychopath before the apocalypse. The apocalypse just pushed him over the edge, and the apocalypse was just Beta's playground to live up his fantasies in some ways. I'll use some concrete clues and evidence to back up my theory, but I'll also rely on some guesstimates or speculative theories that I don't really have anything backing it up, but it really makes sense if you look at what's already been set up for Beta. So, as far as who Beta was before the apocalypse, I already did an in-depth video talking about just that. You can click on the top right link that will drop now to check that video out. But to summarize, Beta was a musician, a rock star before the world fell. We know that because Beta made a cameo on Season 5 Episode 15 of Fear the Walking Dead, when Danny Salazar dropped some vinyl records on the ground, revealing Beta's face on an album cover. Also, Ryan Hurst, who plays Beta, mentioned on Talking Dead a few weeks ago that Beta was a recognizable person before the apocalypse. Now, following Episode 2 of The Walking Dead, we also came to find out that Beta's whisper mask is actually his best friend's face. So he wears his best friend's face, and his shirt is his best friend's shirt. I mean, the face is one thing, but you know he's crazy when he wears his best friend's shirt, who was a zombie for God knows how long. It's gotta stink like hell, I'm just saying. Anyway, we saw how secretive he was about his identity, which makes sense given that he was a musician, and also he got super defensive when Alpha was unmasking him in that episode. And another important fact is that he scratched up his face and his best friend's face in one of the pictures that was on the wall to avoid people from figuring out who he is. So now, here's where it gets interesting. At first, I'm like, why would he scratch his friend's face? It's kind of odd. And then I'm like, maybe his friend was also a celebrity of some sort. But then I'm like, why would he care if he's dead? And then I'm like, maybe he doesn't want to see his friend's human face because it reminds him of him again, over and over again. But that's weird. Why wouldn't he just smash the glass and rip up the picture instead of scratching up the picture? Or actually just open the glass and take out the picture. He scratched up the pic, so I'm assuming he has access to the picture. Unless that picture was scratched before. Also, if you look into the background of that picture of Beta and his best friend, you see that they're actually at an addiction treatment facility. So either him or his best friend had an addiction problem. Another point to keep in mind is that the place Alpha and Lydia first find Beta and where the picture is actually used to be a mental institution before the apocalypse. We know that because Lydia in that episode asked Alpha why there were pillows on the walls, to which Alpha replied, they did that so that people like Beta wouldn't hurt themselves. Then she goes on to say how they think Beta's broken, but he's not, and all of that, which they actually connect to the scene where Beta confronts Alpha when she goes to his secret room in that same episode. So check this. What if Beta was a rock star, he got an addiction, and then he lost his mind, to a point he had to be taken to a mental institution? You may ask, how does that make him a psychopath? Well, how was his best friend there? It's odd that they were both there, and it's unlikely that they were both crazy. Unless Beta went to find his friend when the world fell, found him as a walker, and brought him back to the mental institution so that they would be together forever. It can't get more psychopathic than that, right? And he scratched up the faces afterwards. He wants to remember his best friend's face as a monster, not as a human being, as the picture shows. And also, he doesn't want to see his human face. He would rather see his monstrous face. Maybe that's a stretch, but you get my point. Beta has huge psychopathic tendencies, and the fact that his best friend is there is just a little too convenient, unless Beta brought him there or something like that. And that's pretty much the base of my theory, that he was a celebrity, he was addicted to a drug, he lost his mind, he went to a mental institution, and when the world fell, he missed his best friend too much, and then he went to find his best friend, found his best friend, a walker, and then brought him back to the mental institution or something along those lines. Now, something else I wanted to mention, and this is purely speculative and there's really nothing to back up what I'm saying, but I think it's pretty cool. Think of it as some entertaining ideas. Imagine this. In one of the episodes of season 10, when we're actually going to see Beta's identity being revealed, and it's going to happen in a way where one of the characters takes off Beta's mask only to recognize him as that rock star before the apocalypse. And one other thing, he has to have a name, so they're probably gonna say his real name at that time. So in the intro of that episode, it'll be very cool if we get like a flashback of that character. Let's say Aaron. So we see Aaron and his husband Eric, they're at like a music festival and Beta's song is playing in the background. They walk around and then it zooms in on the stage and we get a reveal that it's Beta performing. Then we may get like some flashes or montage that reveals bits and pieces of the things I just covered. Like Beta is using drugs, he overdoses, then it skips some time. He's in an addiction treatment facility. Time skips again and he's becoming violent and hostile towards the staff and everything. And then we get some more flashes and he's in a mental facility, and then some more flashes and he looks outside and sees someone eating another person's face. The first walker he sees, and that'll be like the intro. And then you can really make it have that killer intro ending by having Beta crack his smile as he sees that. If they do anything close to that, I'm sold on the whole Beta backstory reveal. But with all of that, I want to know all of your thoughts on this. How much of my theories and conclusions do you agree with? And what do you want to see as far as Beta's identity reveal is concerned? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.